What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is Mr. Nettles, live here with the Last and Hip Hop podcast. I'm gonna throw it to my co-host to my left.
So, man, it's your boy Maximilian, Max Speed, whatever you want to call me, man. It is, you know what I'm saying? What's up, man? What's up?
And in his absence, want to throw it to my brother in his absence, King Jose Rivera. He had a prior obligation, couldn't make it on with us tonight, but we're gonna hold it down.
Shout out to Jose.
Shout out to Jose. We're gonna hold it down. We're gonna hold it down in his absence. But we're gonna jump straight into it. This edition of the Laughs and Hip Hop is gonna be titled this episode 4. This is gonna be our fashion edition, and we named it in honor of Dapper Dan, one of the OGs. We really want to pay homage to one of the OGs in the fashion game, but specifically a black OG in the fashion game. So Dapper Dan, this episode is dedicated to you. All right, so we're gonna hop straight into it. So we always start our segments off with "What are you wearing?" So Max, I'm gonna let you lead it off.
Listen, man, I gotta rip the whole team. Got this Phillies hat, man.
We see you, Max.
Listen. It's kind of chilly when I'm at, so I got a flannel. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Hold on. It was hot today. It was like close to 90, but I got
it was warm.
You know, but you know, I was swinging to you. Right. I like your background, man.
Appreciate that. I'm at Mom Duke's today, so I feel like since it's a fashion edition, and we'll get into it a little bit as we go. But I'm gonna start off with what I'm rocking. So I try to keep it real traditional as far as what I would rock on a regular day. So if you caught me in Bilo on a Wednesday, you will see me wearing something similar to this. Nothing too crazy. This is my everyday wear.
Right.
Rocking the Metallica tour tee, double-sided. I don't know if y'all can see the back.
See the back.
Tour tee. Got some denim, some PacSun, nothing fancy. The denim with the holes in it, real punk rockish. Nothing crazy, no jewelry, just a rubber band. Shout out to T.I.
Okay.
My wedding band, my Beats headphones, headband, little simple frames.
You definitely hype beats over there, bro.
My kicks. Had to pull out something from the closet from quite a while ago. Something from '08. Had these for a minute. I'm really big into shoes that you can wear every day, but shoes that you could get dirty and it doesn't matter. So I'm rocking my Nike Dunk Vandal hybrids. had these joints since '08. So we still rocking with them. 12 years strong. Still in the rotation. Nice premium lining on the inside. I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of these shoes. I think I'm gonna keep these shoes forever.
But them Jones got integrity, man.
I think I'm gonna keep these shoes forever. Look, I wear and I wear my shoes. You can see the sole wearing off on the bottom. Wear my shoes.
That's how you know.
Listen, if you got kicks and ain't wearing them, you need to kill yourself.
You gotta have integrity. You know what I'm saying?
Rock your kicks.
Thanks.
All right, so that's what we're wearing this week. All right, so we're gonna hop straight into the episode. First thing we want to touch on, we try to keep our podcast really personal. We like to keep a lot of real, true to life stories. Just to kind of let you guys insight about who we are, kind of our background, how we got from point A to point B. So we're gonna talk today about since it's a style episode, named for Dapper Dan, we're gonna talk about our personal style and the evolution of our styles. So, Max, I'm gonna let you start. Tell us a little bit about your personal style. And before you tell us that, tell us about how you go about getting dressed. What's your routine about getting pulling an outfit together, and then tell us about kind of like how that style has changed from, say, your early inspirations, like growing up.
I think more now. I used to be really, real plain. I'm still kind of, basic when it comes, but I'm more like colorful now. Always been, but later on as I got older, I put more, blend a lot more colors to what I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? Not to give you a foreshadow, like, I can go anywhere, just cop whatever. It doesn't have to be name brand. But as long as it stands out, you know what I'm saying? As long as it stands out or whatever like that, compared to coming up, I was more so a lot Philadelphia influenced, probably, and uh, um, when Guess was
Oh, Guess,
all that,
yes.
the city was wearing. So,
Oh, shit. Did I lose your Max?
all right,
There we
there
go.
you go.
There I go. I'm
Yeah,
back. I'm back.
so going to school. So when I got to Benedict, hanging around, the guys or whatever, guys from DC, guys from down south, from top, you know what I'm saying, the Midwest, you get different styles. So I was able to, like, oh, all right, see what's up, and like, all right, cool, I can, stay away from just Philly and just dibble and dabble in different things. And so that kind of like, pattern my style into now. Like I'm more so now color heavy. You know what I mean? I like to blend different colors and things like that.
Right. All right. So I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
So for me,
Hey.
my personal style. Well, I'm gonna start where I am currently. So my personal style, the biggest thing for me now, I'm very much in a space of comfort. Like I definitely gotta be comfortable when I go out. And when I say comfortable, I mean not only in like what I'm wearing, how I feel, like what am I about to be doing, but I need to feel I need to feel good about what I'm wearing when I step out. That really impacts my day. If I feel good about what I'm wearing, my attitude's gonna be better, and it just really it does something for me. So
Yeah.
comfort is really my primary go-to nowadays. I would say growing up, um, really being a Southern kid, born and raised in the South, in the rural South at that. You see a lot of, especially back in the '90s. It was very much Cash Money was a big influence. The white tees, solid denim, and really be honest, like growing up early on, going into middle school, high school, long as you had a fresh pair of kicks, a pair some denim, and you was good. So kicks was always a go-to. Um, so I would say early on, elementary school, I can remember having some go-to, not even necessarily knowing what it was, but always having like a nice pair of Nikes, um, maybe a pair of Jordans, depending on what it was. But definitely nice denim. Going into high school, white tees were real big. Name brands were real big early on. Name brands really big. You had to be wearing Nike. You had to be wearing some type of name brand. It was definitely frowned upon to be wearing something that wasn't some type of brand. Whether it was an elite level brand or not, it had to be some type of brand. Whether it was Echo, um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, going into college, LIG, no, just different popular
Yeah.
brands that was popping back then. But I would say the transition kind of happened probably when I got to college, similar to what Matt said, seeing different people, different walks of life, seeing different people's style, and still, for me, still being down south,
Yeah.
I've always been able to, for me at least, I've always been able to keep that southern influence, but being able to put a twist on and finding really, for me, my personal touches and my personal flair, and really for me pulling bits and pieces from different, and we'll get into that a little bit later, pulling bits and pieces from things that I thought was fresh on different people, and encompassing that and making it work for myself. Is really when I kind of grew into like the fashion and just getting really deep into it and figuring out, what looks good on me. Because some things are fresh and you see somebody rocking it, but it may not be something you could pull off, or it may
Right.
not be something that's gonna look fresh on you. So figuring out how to make my wardrobe work for me, and being comfortable in my skin, and just feeling really good about what I'm wearing. So that definitely came into toward college, meeting other people. And one thing I will say, like in college, a lot of people didn't necessarily know where I was from. So I got
That's
a lot of
bad.
times
That's
people thought I was from DC, asked where I was from Detroit. And then like, even now, a lot of people I run into, and I travel a lot, so I run into a lot of people. A lot of people just assume I'm from Cali or somewhere. So like, I don't think my style necessarily has a regional feel per se. I just draw influences from things I think are hot and go to.
That's what's up, man.
All right, so let's move into our next topic discussion. So talking kind of about our style, our influences, where we are now, how we get dressed. We want to kind of point out some people we find who are not only influences, but people we think are fresh, people who like we say in our circle, they get busy. But we also want to start off by recognizing some people. We want to make sure we pay homage and recognize the women, the ladies. Like 'cause a lot of ladies out here getting fresh. Want to make sure we pay homage to those. So we're gonna start our episode off with paying homage to some of those women. So Max, who comes to mind when you think about women that you think about that just get busy?
I'm gonna save the one we were just talking about. I'm gonna
You
save it for you.
gotta say
But
her for last.
but Ty Young, she get busy.
Yes.
Kappa, with the different, to put the jerseys on. Got the tats. You know what I'm saying? I like, who I like Young M.A. Like she real. I like her. How she put it together.
Yeah, speaking of Young M.A., I'm
Yeah.
gonna cut you off. Listen, this is hilarious. I wrote a joke about this too. I was I was on Facebook and there was an ad for Fashion Nova Men, and Young M.A. pops up. So I'm always confused.
I'm
Have you seen his
into
ad,
that.
Max? Have you seen his ad?
I think I did, but
Listen,
she always hosted like the Fashion Nova.
She always fly though, but it's a Fashion Nova men's ad. But Young M.A. is the model for Fashion Nova Men, so like it's hilarious. But shout out to Young M.A. She's a female. She's getting it. She gets busy. Very very New York, but very very stylish as well.
It's Janelle Monáe.
I
like Janelle Monáe style.
Queen.
I like Solange style.
Janelle
Go ahead,
Monáe.
Rand.
To piggyback on Janelle Monáe, I like the transition she's made too. Like when she first came out, she was definitely she always wore the white, which was stylish too. She always wore the white shirt, the black bow tie, the black sports coat, the black pants, and then the black shoes. She always had a high bun. But like to see her evolution, to see her now, you see her sporting the color. Like you see the pops of color. Like, but you see a lot of vertical stripes. Like you just see a lot. Like her style is impeccable. So Solange as well. It's very and to see her growth as well. To see when she first came out, it was very poppy.
Yeah.
Very poppy. Very very reminiscent of what Destiny's Child was wearing. But definitely to see her now, you see these a whole lot of earth tones. You see this very Afrocentric, natural, very very just very very natural like Black Queen-esque attire. So like that's super dope. And she kind of reminds me of, this is a person I put on my list too. I like to pay homage to the OGs, Angela Davis. Like seeing even now, like you see Angela Davis in her like adult Angela Davis, like the white afro, the glasses, and she just like she's so well put together as an older lady. Like you see the old clips with the afro. It was just the most perfect afro I've ever seen on anybody. So, but the leather jacket, the all black, the Black Panther, which is another style reference, like the Black Panther gear, just that militant vibe.
That militant,
with the French berets, like it's just a crazy, like super fashionable look. So I've always been compelled by Angela Davis and the whole Black Panther movement, and from a style perspective.
Go ahead and name. You might as well go ahead and name her.
Let me go and get some. You say go ahead and name her.
There's some other ones out there too.
There's some more out there. They got a few more. For me, I would say this too. When it comes to women's fashion, I gravitate to I'm very much into a comfort space when I go out. Like I love to see a woman when she gets dressed that just who looks real down to earth and just looks real comfortable. Like I've always been a fan of Aaliyah style. Like just see her like very very much tomboyish but sexy at the same time. So it's like he's like yo, she's like
Tiana,
Tiana Taylor is another one killing it. Danny Lay, same boat, is killing it. Who else? I think SZA. Every time I see her, super versatile, very down to earth. But now you're seeing her with the more like Vogue-esque type attire.
What you think about? I got a question for you.
What's up?
what you think about Kim K, the Kardashians? Do you think they get busy? Like as far as like they get busy?
I would say this: they are very. Kim K now is very much when I see her, it looks very much not. I can see Kanye's influence like playing on her. So like a lot of stuff she wears, like I see the influence. I do think they're stylish women. Like,
a lot of people.
Kourtney Kardashian, Kim Kardashian.
A lot of people
really, to be honest, the whole Kardashian family for the most part has been they're very and even the affiliates. Scott Disick is probably one of the most stylish guys I've seen. Like very well dressed. Listen, it's not my style, but Scott Disick, when I see him, his style very much it fits him. Like it's very preppy. He looks super comfortable. Like he whenever he steps out, he
watch game.
Watches on point. So he very much owns his look. It doesn't come off forced. So I will say their family tree, like they do, like they I always consider them very, I'm not necessarily in agreement with everything they do, but they're very stylish. Very stylish.
They get busy style-wise.
Who else I think of?
So many.
Rihanna is
Rihanna. That's all I was thinking about.
Incredibly.
I didn't say it. You said it. I didn't say it, but that's what I was thinking about.
And then I'm a fan too. I'm a fan of people that tend to go left too. So like Khalees, I've always been a fan of like her style, like the way she goes about doing things. Like, and it's always something like I never saw that coming. Like so
right.
But it's so uniquely her.
It's dope though.
You can't not love it. But it's something like everybody can't wear. So
what about Lil' Kim?
No, I'm not a fan. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of it, but she definitely like she's a different style kind of early '90s. Like she's very really. I would say she definitely influenced a lot of young female MCs. You could definitely see that. The ownership over her sex appeal.
Right.
Like she was very out front, very loud, very. Just very owning her style, like very comfortable who she was. So there's something very empowering about that. A lot of people, a lot of people have negative things to say about that, but there's a certain level of power there. We see a woman just having ownership over their sexuality.
I got a question.
Way back go, man.
What female MC or in the music industry besides like Rihanna, the ones we named? I thought about Missy. Missy.
Oh yeah, Missy style, yeah. Missy style. Like listen, listen. Missy and Misdemeanor Elliott made a black plastic bag. Fashionable, bro. Like listen, crazy. To this day, listen. People still People still making parodies of "I Can't Stand the Rain" in the big black bubble suit.
To this day. Come on here. Hey, chill. To this day. Like ones. I
gotta pay homage to this. Also, when it comes to style, not just styles I find on the street, but and when it comes to red carpet, Lupita Nyong'o kills the red carpet every time. Listen, I don't know if I've ever seen a woman with just could wear any color, and just looks amazing in any color she wears, and bright colors of that. You're like, wow, she always kills it. Oh, another Tracy Ellis Ross.
Tracy, get busy.
Super
Tracy
versatile.
busy.
She could kill the red carpet. She could kill the red carpet. She could kill this streetwear, everyday comfort. Yeah. You'll catch Tracy wearing some exclusive off-white Jordans. You like, yo.
That's crazy.
So Tracy is another big one. I saved you. Oh, another Zoe Kravitz. It's
her own unique style.
Crazy. And listen, you gotta think about she can't help but be styled. You come from a family when your father is Lenny Kravitz,
right?
And then your mother is oh my God, Lisa Bonet.
Right.
You were born of two of the most stylish black people on the planet. She got it naturally. Oh, and listen, honorable mention. This is not.
Yo, hold on. I got one for you.
Who you got?
What about Magic Johnson's son? We talking about color. No, we gonna do it.
EJ, fashion killer. Fashion killer, E.J. Johnson.
Is he part of the women's fashion or no? He just got a. No,
I mean, he identifies as a male, so we're gonna save him for. Now, if he chooses to identify as female, we'll throw him in. But I think he identifies as male.
His style is more. But anyway,
that's a good thing. I'm glad you went there, Matt. Cause I kind of want to go somewhere about choices in fashion, right?
Okay.
About like, how do you feel about men? How about men who wear?
Oh, you talk about what's his name?
No, not even Billy Porter. Okay, Billy Porter kills the game. I'm a big Billy Porter fan.
You talking about man that wore the dress?
Yeah, listen, Billy Porter be killing the game, man. Listen, I wish. Listen, no, Matt. Listen, Matt. Go ahead. As a black male, I wish I had a this much of Billy Porter's confidence. The Billy Porter, not to wear a dress, but like when Billy Porter comes out, regardless of what he has, listen, number one.
But you mean like not like you mean like
he can wear anything. Just in general, like.
Okay.
I wish I had the freedom.
He's a stylish dude.
I wish I had the freedom of Billy Porter to come out and just, I don't care what it is, I'm about to rock it, and I'm gonna kill it. Like there's a certain level of confidence there that I don't think I would ever get to.
But it's a it has to be confidence, but like you weren't. I mean,
but listen, but this is the crazy part, Matt. This is the crazy part, Matt. Because listen, if you would have asked me that 10 years ago, I'd have been like, nah, bro. But listen, Billy Porter shows up on the red carpet and it works. You like, this man is wearing a tux jacket and a gown. But how does this work?
How?
This is where I'm going though, man.
What's up?
Putting gender norms on clothing and attire, right?
Okay.
It's I think it's a very, I don't know if it's an American thing that we do, because like you go to other cultures, you see very when it comes to style, right? You see very elegant and flowy type of attire for men. Right. But it's a part of the culture, so it's normal. But so there's not necessarily, like for Japan, for instance, traditional Japanese wear. You see large kimonos, like flowy outfits.
Right.
Men and women's attire look very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But in Eastern standards, you see very distinct menswear, women's wear. And I'll say this too, Max. I remember one time, seeing Kanye perform at Coachella one year, and I remember he came out. He was wearing this dope shirt. Like it was super dope, amazing print. And then I saw like later that day, like somebody put it out there, like, yo, that's it was a piece of a women's line.
Right.
But the shirt was so dope. It was like, yo, it was almost like, I don't care, wear it anyway.
But remember the Watch the Throne tour? He wore that kilt. Yeah, he wore the kilt.
But again, in America, you see a kilt is simply a skirt, right? But when you go to like where that comes from, like men traditionally wear kilts. That's just the traditional attire of men.
But does that go into the agenda, or that's a whole nother topic?
I don't even know it's the agenda. I think it's just that's just the for the time period. I think that's just the norm. Like it's just understood. Like men wear pants, women wear dresses. So I think, where I'm going with it is,
I see what you go.
Where I'm going with it, I think it's very conforming. Like it's very not conforming, but it's very constricting when it comes to fashion, right? But when even to keep it rap, like think about Young Thug, right? Young Thug goes out there and like, I'm gonna wear a dress on the cover of my album, and like this, and owns it. Yeah. And like that picture is like all over the place, but it's of course it brings up conversation, but
it definitely brings it.
But for his fan base,
it's another topic for another day.
But you wouldn't get too far off topic. But again, I think it's a very interesting. Since we're talking about fashion, it's a very interesting construct to think about. Definitely. We gotta mention one more dope female.
Oh, go ahead.
My girl, Lena Waithe.
Is busy.
One of the super busy. Style is amazing. Another person who's able to, definitely looks very comfortable, kills the red carpet, always making a statement. Super versatile. could pretty much do anything. Like, you know, Lena Waithe
Yeah.
is Lena Waithe is a homie. I need about 15 minutes to just go into the closet, scoop some stuff out of there, and roll out.
She
So
dope.
we definitely
She dope.
super dope. So we want to pay homage to the ladies. So we're gonna move on to our next portion. We always like to talk sports on Last in Hip Hop. So we're gonna move into some athletes that we find fashionable, but we want to approach it from a perspective of past and present. So we want to kind of recognize some of the guys who are getting busy now. And we want to kind of recognize some of the guys from the past that kind of definitely influence the culture and the things they're doing. So you want to hit the present, or you want to hit the past first?
We gotta start with the past, bro. We gotta start with the past.
Let's do this. You drop one, I'll drop one.
Oh man, I'm going with Walt Frazier.
listen, Walt is getting busy. Listen, Walt is coming out
the loud suits, loud shirts.
But listen,
you know who I thought about?
But you know what though? Before you go there,
I thought about Craig Sager with the loud suits.
Craig too. But back to Walt.
Okay.
Listen, like Walt with even his own court game, the shoe, the Clyde is still a classic. It's still a classic shoe. I don't even wear Puma.
Hold up. Did I ever see the shoe?
The Puma Clydes, like listen. The Puma Clyde is like one of the most. It really it's a hip hop shoe. Like that's what every b-boy is right. Like the Pumas, them the joint. The Puma Clyde. So even his shoe is iconic today. But Clyde Frazier, listen, Clyde Frazier like he was doing lines right before right before he got on the layup line. Yeah, Walt's a big one. But Craig Sager, that's another big one. Craig Sager, very vintage.
Craig. I used to like Craig's suits. And people thought he was crazy. I used to like Craig's suits.
But you gotta think, Craig was like the only person who could pull it off though.
No, but I think like him and like Walt had like the same vision as far as like they did.
I don't care what it is. I'm about to rock it. I'm gonna drop one. Listen, this probably one that goes understated too. And then I'm gonna try to approach it from.
Do I know?
You know this person is, but I'm gonna approach it from the people I'm looking at. Were very stylish off the floor, but also as part of the athletic, what they did inside the ring or wherever they operated or whatever sport they played. So I'm gonna kind of highlight guys who did both that. A person that I think about, Mike Tyson. Mike, yeah, listen,
Mike got some photos. He got busy.
Listen, Mike was getting busy on the street, but the
goal too. But listen,
but this is the thing though. Like about Mike, when you look at Mike and you think about boxing has always been like a very kind of a flashy sport where guys would come out and be like robes, very very much like look at me. But with Mike would come out in the black trunks, never wore a robe, black shoes. Listen, at best you would see Mike with like a black towel cut out, stick it over his head, and walk out to the ring.
But you know what?
So he was stylish. He was stylish without being over the top. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna strip it down, completely basic, and make a statement.
You caught me left field with that one, but I was thinking like the photo with him and the lion or the tiger.
That too. Him. That's off the court.
The white Gucci tiger, outfit, and then the Lambo.
Gucci, the white tiger.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. I thought she was going, but that was I didn't know you was gonna say Mike.
The gold tooth, like Mike. Listen, the high top with the high top with the heart.
They call me that.
But Mike was one of those guys.
That's a sleeper. That's a sleeper right there.
Mike's a sleeper. Who else I can think? Oh, another guy. Listen, this guy. You got one, Max? You want to share if I go to the next one?
No, I'm waiting for you to say. Okay, listen. About to say.
This one, listen, and this the comic in me, but this one's funny to me because when I think about the way this guy dresses now, he's the last person I would point to about saying like, this is the guy I want to dress like. But the guy I'm about to mention, Michael Jordan, in the 90s. Was one of the freshest dudes in the world. Listen, on court and off court, Mike will rock the number one, the kicks. Mike's shoe game has become like an iconic culture in itself, right? So just from what he had on his feet, was enough to get you on his side. But no, his attire. But really on the court, you look. Michael Jordan was really the first person in the NBA to wear like long shorts. He changed the whole culture of just the way guys dress on the court. Early on,
But
very rebellious. When the Jordan with the Jordan 1 wearing shoes that were banned by the NBA.
that was dope.
Very much very rebellious. First player to really like wear a shoe that wasn't primarily white or black. Like Mike had shoes that had like multiple colors, like 3-4 colors at a time. Crazy prints. The elephant print. The cement, like classic colorways we see on sneakers now. Like this like staples in the shoe community.
But wait,
You,
I got the reach. I got to go against you because the pics with Mike wearing jean suits, baggy jean suits.
but no, that's that. Listen, that's
and,
now.
and,
That's now though. That's why I said
and,
that's why it's so far
and
fetched.
collared
It's
shirts with the
gone so
baggy
far back.
jeans and shoes. Come on,
But you know,
man,
but
I
you gotta
can't
think
get
about
like
that.
that.
Listen, but this is the thing about in the
I
'90s.
can't
Listen,
fight this.
no, but listen, this is the thing, man. In the '90s, that's how people dressed. That's how people dressed in the '90s. Like it was very
But no,
appropriate.
it's just horrible. Come on, if we
Oh,
had it, I wish we
no,
had a
it's
picture right
horrible.
here.
It's
It's
horrible
just so
now when you
Mike.
look. No, you gotta think about it in context. In context, it fit the time. Like he was very fashionable for the time. Like for example, like hoop earrings. Like, I wouldn't wear a hoop earring now, but during that time, listen, Michael Jordan made it okay for men to walk around a bald head purposely.
Right.
You can walk like I can shave my head today and walk outside, and that'd be a fashion statement. But Michael Jordan made that a popular thing.
And you know what?
That's why I said.
But you know, I didn't like how League Fits, put him like I didn't like that. If anybody doesn't know who League Fits is, it's a IG account where all the NBA
Please follow
players.
League Fits. Please follow League Fits.
I can't give Mike. Mike not even on my list as being fashionable.
Listen,
I like how you came from it though.
But listen, you gotta think about it though. You got to think about the context. You gotta think about the context of where at the time.
Right.
So he was very fashionable. I think about when you pull up to like Mike would pull up to a tunnel in a luxury vehicle, a designer suit, nice
I
watch,
like how he wore the designer
cigar,
suit. Yeah.
cigar. But even on his chill mode, like you'll see him wearing like Nike sweat. Remember the Nike jumpsuits, the Jordan jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Like, those are so dope. Listen, those are so dope. Listen, Michael Jordan also started like wearing your practice shorts underneath, like wearing shorts underneath your balling shorts.
Right.
And you remember you see Michael Jordan on the line, like he'll pull his shorts up, and you can see like the tights.
Yeah, the biker short. Yeah, the biker type short. Yeah.
Oh, listen, and the leg sleeve.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan started a lot of trendy fashion statements are responsible. Listen, he dresses terrible now. He dresses like everybody's like terrible on like at the cookout. But the man started some amazing fashion trends. Like he changed the game.
Wait, I got two.
Go drop
I ain't gonna get long. Listen, AI. Do we not
AI? Listen,
AI?
It's progression. So Michael Jordan moved the game into the modern era, and AI just like brought it into like the hip hop era.
The tats and the
tats,
you know what I'm saying, the jerseys and the chains
sleeves,
and
the long
sleeves, like AI just what I mean, stamp. Like
listen, I got something to piggyback off that too, man. This is how I knew AI was a game changer and was fresh. AI made it cool because I'm a Nike guy. I'm a tried and true Nike guy.
How you turn Reebok up like that?
I'm a tried and true Nike guy, but AI
how you do that?
Turned Reebok up. Listen, what? AI. The questions is like one of my top 20 sneakers all time. Like the red toe question, and again, I'm a Nike guy. I don't really wear Reebok, but listen, some questions I'll rock questions every day. Turn it up for Reebok.
Remember when Kobe rocked the
custom the purple question?
What? Yo,
crazy.
Yo. Oh wait.
Reebok.
I thought you was gonna bring up my man, Dennis. Listen, Dennis.
Oh
Rodman.
yeah, please. Listen. We had a conversation about this right before we got on the line. But Dennis Rodman, like people back in the '90s, everybody just called Dennis Rodman weird. But like if you think about it now, if Dennis Rodman was in the NBA right now and show up in the runway wearing the same things he wore in the '90s, he would look like anybody else in the runway. Like Dennis Rodman changed the game for fashion.
Exactly.
Like the hair, the tattoos, the nose ring. Like, bro, like
the nose rings, the piercings, all that.
But that goes back to what I said earlier, like wearing attire that's not necessarily masculine attire. Like Dennis Rodman would wear like the feather boas.
Remember he wore the wedding dress.
He wore the wedding dress in the what they call them. He would wear like these long these long leopard print jackets, the cowboy hats, like just stuff that was out there, like the neon colored hair. He would paint his nails.
Crazy.
All kind of crazy stuff. Yeah, Dennis. Shout out Dennis Rodman.
What about the present day athletes? The president.
I gotta drop a few more, man.
Go ahead.
This guy's not black. Andre Agassi, like on court, like the neon colors, the shoes, like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to Andre Agassi. Oh, listen, GOAT. Before I get to the GOAT, I'm gonna mention another basketball guy first. A few basketball guys, right? I'm mentioning them as a collective though. The Fab Five. Okay. Along with Michael Jordan, the Fab Five are responsible for bringing baggy shorts onto hoop courts, like the baggy shorts. But listen, this is the big one though. People don't think about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black socks. Black socks weren't cool before the Fab Five.
Right.
Like nobody was wearing black socks to hoop in. Like only people I ever saw wearing black socks were old black dudes. Like who go to church, like they wore black socks. But like I never saw like the young people wear black socks like that before.
I thought Fab Five was the ones that credit wearing the long shorts though. I thought
they did. They wore the long shorts. But listen, really, you think about the Fab Five and Michael Jordan are probably the two reasons long basketball shorts became popular.
Right.
So definitely long shorts.
Got it. Like they were
the long shorts. Also black socks, black shoes, like super hip hop, like.
Yeah.
Think about it, right? If you look back, like you can't really recall anybody wearing black socks hooping before the Fab Five.
Yeah.
So style icons. I don't really know how they dress now, but but back then, killing the game.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And this is my style GOAT for the past. Deion Sanders.
Ooh.
Get busy. Listen. The bandana, the chains, the kicks. Listen, the Jerry curl. Yo, Deion Sanders.
The chains and all that, like
the track suits. Whole night. Listen, but the bandana. Listen, and this is how you know it's a game changer. Deion Sanders Hall of Fame bust in Canton, Ohio, has a bandana on his head.
That's crazy.
He tied the bandana around the head, like, bro, like it's like I like crazy.
That's crazy.
Game
changer. That's the game changer for real.
You gonna move to the present?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, let's hop on the present.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Who's like football? Who's the guy? We talk a lot about that.
All right, got my guy.
Go ahead, because I want to know NFL.
The guy I go to. Who I look at, and really, I think he's very fashionable. But I think he doesn't look like a guy who would dress like this. Just looking at him just on the field,
right?
But he's also a guy like when I see him dress, I'm like, okay, these are there's a lot of cues that I take from his style. Von Miller.
Oh, Von gets busy.
Von gets busy. Like you always see Von in some dope frames. You're gonna see him in some nice denim. You gonna see him.
OBJ get busy.
Odell get busy, and listen, Odell's shoe game as well. Like nice. the practice shoes, the shoes he wears in game. Like so Odell's another guy who transitions, the street fashion as well as his own field fashion, like the visor. Definitely the visor on game. So like you definitely see the stuff he does on the field.
What about Tyrann Mathieu?
Oh yeah, that's Tyrann. Tyrann gets busy. I'm trying to think who else. Football. Oh, this guy who's been kind of nutting up lately. Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown used to get busy. He would do some crazy stuff with his hair, like some out there. Definitely very fashion forward guy. Trying to think who else gets busy on the court.
What about the dude
on the field?
The cornerback that used to play for the Browns? I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, Joe Hayden.
Joe Hayden.
Joe Hayden. Hayden is busy. Hayden gets busy. I think he plays for Pittsburgh now. I think Joe Hayden is busy. His shoe game is stupid too.
Yeah, his shoe game crazy.
His shoe game stupid. I'm trying to think who else. Football wise. Oh, you know what? Shout out, and I can't pull off the stuff he wears, but definitely person I know takes a lot of pride in his fashion. A guy I brought up in the last 2 episodes, my boy Cam Newton.
Cam. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about Cam right now. Cam, I'm rooting for Cam right now.
So Cam was a guy like you see a lot of memes about the guy. Definitely, like he takes ownership.
I'm rooting for my guy Cam right now.
He takes ownership. Takes a lot of ownership over his attire. You can tell he puts a lot of time and effort into the things he wears.
Listen, man, shout out to Cam.
Shout out to Cam Newton. Let's transition to some basketball guys. Man.
Okay. You know how I'm a shy Gilgeous-Alexander fan, and
just signed a deal with Converse.
What you think about that? Like signing with Converse?
I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. When I saw that he was about to have an announcement, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, he's about to sign the deal with Converse.
Yeah.
But I can see that it kind of matches the style though. Like he's a kind of a punk rock kind of style. So I can really see him freaking some the Converse.
PJ Tucker.
PJ, definitely. PJ's my. I would say PJ is probably my number one fashion guy in the NBA. I would say.
I thought you were Kevin Love.
No, I said PJ is probably the best dressed person I've seen in the NBA. Some of the things he wears, I don't think I could pull off.
Right.
So this is as far as how he looks, how it's well put together. I couldn't wear everything. I said Kevin Love's my guy. I reference Kevin Love. I reference Kevin Love because the way Kevin Love dresses, I could take the stuff he wears. I could put on, and I could almost put it on seamlessly.
Right.
And some of the stuff he wears too is like really for me. Like I mean, this is what I wear like on a day-to-day basis. But like when I go to work, I work a very white collar job. So which I take pride in that too. I'm really big in the bow ties. I'm really big in the nice hard bottoms, nice slacks. I'm working on my tuxedo game. I love a nice tux. Love a nice tux.
And a tuck, yeah.
So I'm very versatile too. But Kev, like the stuff he wears is almost like the stuff you can wear to work and transition and go to like a happy hour, like straight there.
Yeah, get your Banana Republic on,
right. Very, very comfortable, very much stuff you can wear. Like you can wear it in the office, you can wear it out on a nice date. Very versatile. So Kevin's my guy. Another guy, Chris Paul. Like his style. Stuff I see Chris Paul wear. It's a lot of stuff that I can see myself wearing. Oh, another guy, a retiree, but another guy who, but really, I give PJ the crown now. But before this was my guy before PJ, but he's retired, so PJ's my guy now. My boy Swaggy P. Swaggy P.
Swaggy P.
I
forget my guy. Swaggy.
Swaggy's my guy. Oh, honorable
Swaggy is my guy. I forgot about Swaggy.
My guy, Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson gets busy.
Nate Rob, yeah.
Another retiree.
My man Swaggy, though. I forget that.
Swaggy gets busy.
That's why. Yo, no. Can I say this though?
Go ahead.
Yo, before PJ, and I say my man Shy. Oh, Swaggy all day. And we talk about like influences. When it comes to the fact, without a doubt.
Oh, Swaggy, listen, that's you all day, man. It's the flannels, like
that's what I'm saying. Like Swaggy is like the 4 or 5. When we come to, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a fact.
One thing I say about Swaggy too, you can see like he's played on a lot of different teams. He's kind of traveled around. And you can kind of see those style cues from different places like he's played as well. Like you see And but you definitely see the West Coast influences like.
Oh yeah, the West Coast influence heavy.
Definitely, you see that heavy.
Definitely.
But yeah, Swaggy P, that guy.
Shout out to Swag.
I gotta get some most hated. Gotta get some gear. Shout out to Swaggy P.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You got anybody else, Max? Yeah, we don't want to leave nobody out.
I don't want to leave. It's gonna be hard though, but
if we leave you out,
man.
Oh, James Harden gets busy. My boy Russell.
Oh, of course, Russ. You know, Russ is
the thing I respect about Russ. Russ is not afraid to take a risk. Russ will wear some stuff. And I'll be like, yo, I don't know what my man got on, but I respect.
What he doing?
I respect the comfort and the ability to just go out there and do it.
What he doing? Shout out to Russ. Oh man, who else, man?
Now, let's do it. So we hit most of the athletes. Let's move into artists and other guys who influence us style wise. We mentioned a bunch of athletes.
We mentioned a bunch of athletes.
So we want to mention some artists, rappers, musicians, designers, and just people just known to throw down.
Can we talk about what's going on with your man Virgil, man? Virgil.
Listen, Virgil.
What's up with Virgil?
I'm torn with Virgil because he's contributed a lot to the culture and his fashion. He's very much. We're gonna touch on this too. We're gonna touch on a little bit later in the show. We're gonna touch on streetwear. So I think we're gonna touch on streetwear and high fashion. But for Virgil, he's definitely had a big hand in bridging streetwear, designer, and high fashion, and almost making streetwear into high fashion. He's been he's been in the hot seat lately with the Pop Smoke cover.
Yo, come on.
As well as
Virgil, shout out to Virgil.
As well as the $50 Black Lives donation, the Black Lives Matter donation. So
listen,
he's been
Virgil, what's up? Shout out to Virgil.
But aside from
all that,
from the L's he's been taking lately, when it comes to the fashion and his contributions, he's been the Off-White, starting his brand, the Nike Off-White collabs have been crazy, stupid. I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of everything, but a lot of the Off-White pieces he's been putting out, I've been big fans of. Price tag's a little steep, but dope nonetheless. Speaking of Virgil, another guy in Kanye circle. What you feel about Don C?
Don C, oh my goodness, Don C. Man, it's from the shorts to the designs to Nike. Man, Don is that guy. You know what I mean? Don is definitely he's definitely a game changer, man.
Yo, listen, this how I know Don C. This is why I knew Don C on the design tip was a beast. Listen, my least favorite Jordan is the Jordan 2. And Don C has put out multiple Jordan 2s, and I've been like, yo, that is so crazy. So crazy. Stupid. The blue one, like that blue flipping one. Listen, that shoe is so
crazy.
Dumb. That shoe is so dumb. Another Kanye affiliate, your boy Taz Arnold.
Taz is my guy. Remember the teaser hats was going crazy. When was that? Like 2008, 2009?
Like everybody. 08, 09. So look, matter of fact, the teaser hats, the Chis Don with the alligator bill fitted.
And he was, I think, was he designing for MCM at the time? I don't know if he was
Taz was the MCM, the MCM backpacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that crazy.
Taz, man. Where you go?
Who are some guys? Give me some guys who are under the radar. Some under the radar guys.
Oh, my man Ronnie Fack. I don't know if he's under the radar, but that's my guy.
I don't know if Ronnie's under the radar though.
That's my guy though. Designing for New Balance, Asics. Oh man,
multiple Asics, like crazy.
Multiple Asics.
Crazy Asics colorways.
Bro, I got stories. Wait, I got stories.
About the Asics.
I mean, because we were.
You was heavy on Asics.
I was heavy. Listen. We were supposed to talk about you know, from our upbringing to college, as far as, you know, the fashion shows and things like that.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
how we got into, you know, collecting sneakers, going to the shows, and
Right.
go ahead and expand on that.
So let's expand a little bit. So I would say for me, I've always been, I would say I've always been in the fashion. Like I've always been definitely a person like who likes to get, who likes to get fresh, likes to get dressed. We kind of delved in. I probably say in college though, like when we all came together, like and really our friendships, all of our friendships, like everybody in our circle, and you'll kind of meet some of these guys later because we're gonna try to have them on the show. But
Yeah.
for our circle, who like for us, the hosts, myself, Max, and Jose, when we met, like these are a lot of these things are things we bonded on. That's one of the reasons we started the show, Laughs on Hip Hop. You know, we've all grown into adulthood and are doing different things in the entertainment field, but it's our common love and our common appreciation for both hip hop, fashion, sports that really have always brought us together. So we kind of got into the like the fashion show scene, like just putting dope outfits together. And really, as we got older at Benedict, we kind of grew into the old head. We became the old heads, and a lot of young cats who came behind us. We kind of sought people out who are like minded, who are getting fresh and doing different parts. Definitely shout out to Brandon Bowman. Shout out to Miles. Shout out to Miles. Shout out to shout out to security.
Shout out to Jordan,
Shout out to Jordan.
Oh man, yo.
Shout out to Jordan McSwain.
Jordan.
I don't want to leave nobody.
Shout
out Sean from Portland.
Shout out to Sean.
Shout out to David from Jersey.
Yo.
Shout out to Miles. Miles is getting busy.
Don't forget nobody.
Shout out to T.O. from
shout out to my man Baker, Dope Fox, man.
Shout out to Baker.
Got the dope street, got the dope. Got the dope Fox, dope streetwear. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the two freshest twins that been Eric Richardson, Ray Richardson. You see, in the circle, getting busy. Shoe game next to none. I don't care what anybody says.
Shout out to Need-Dad.
Shout out to Mar.
Shout out to Ant Coleman.
Didn't go to Benedict. Shout out to Ant Coleman. Doing his thing now. Doing his thing now. DJing for Lil Yacht.
Right.
DJ. And like I said, a lot of people in our circle have gone on to do amazing things. Jordan, amazing video director. Guys have clothing lines. Guys are doing great things in different parts of South Carolina and other parts of the country as well.
Mm-hmm.
So again, these things kind of brought us together. Our passion, our similar passion, our similar interests, is what brought us together. So these things, we do the fashion shows, clothing lines, pitching ideas, printing shirts, selling shirts.
Yeah, the Vic Sean story. The Vic Sean story.
Setting up homecoming shows. Great. Listen, like just listen. It's a life. It's a lifetime worth of stories that we can share. And we're gonna share those stories on the podcast as we go forward. And definitely bring some good guys on.
It was some good times, man.
No, definitely great times, man. But yeah, those are big ones. I'm trying to think who else under the radar. Trinidad James.
Oh, Trinidad get busy. Get fresh.
My boy Wale. I've never seen Wale step out and not look like super put together.
Wale. He was killing the way of weights. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, listen. Wale be killing everything, man. Killing the game. A guy whose name doesn't come up a lot, but I think he definitely his background's a little sketch. But as far as the fashion goes, Chris Brown kills the fashion.
Oh, that's
game.
my guy. Oh no, don't do my Wayne. Don't do my guy like that.
No, I'm not doing it.
Don't do Breezy like that.
Listen. I root for Chris Brown. I want him to get it together. I root for him. I want him to be. I want him. But I'm not throwing him in the bus. No.
Certified legend.
Every once in a while, he does some nutty stuff, and I'd be like, "Go, Chris, get your life together, Chris." But listen, man. I'm rooting for Chris Brown. I want him to get it together. But he definitely gets busy. He gets busy. Who else? Who else we got? Oh, my boy. He's not under the radar. My guy Travis Scott.
Oh, Trav.
And shout out Travis Nike collabs. Travis has some amazing Nike collabs as of late. The Travis Scott Jordan 1 with the reverse Nike check. Listen,
Trav.
dumb. No, the powder blue Jordan 4, the Houston Oilers colorway. That's stupid.
Crazy.
Stupid.
Crazy.
The Cactus Jack, the Cactus Jack collection that he just put out.
You like the low tops? You like the low top?
I don't really like the low top. The Jordan 1. I wasn't a fan of the low. Nah. I wasn't a fan of the low, but I was the I can't remember. I don't know what it is, but the running shoe he just did, the last one he did, that joint, yeah. I like that joint. It's the one with the customizable checks. I think it comes with the spray can. You can put the checks on yourself. I thought that was dope. That whole line was dope. Matter of fact, and this what I thought was dope about it, even the ad for it. But I'm also a big wrestling fan. I'm a big wrestling fan. Then the fact that he got Mick Foley, Cactus Jack to be in the ad.
That's dope.
With the attire, I like, bro.
That's dope. That's
crazy. Oh, and of course, Kanye.
What you think about the Gap deal?
I think it's big. I think it's a big deal. I mean, I think it's like really when I think about it, it's really full circle. If you think about when you hear College Dropout and he drops the record.
I know.
And he's talking about space, spaceship. He talking about literally working at the Gap. So to think about a guy who's working at the Gap, just as like this is my ends to a means, I'm just working here.
Yeah.
And then you look like years down the line, I signed this long-term fashion deal with the Gap. So it's like really like it's big. And so I'm excited to see what comes from it. I'm hoping being at the Gap, I'm hoping it's affordable. I'm hoping it's affordable and stylish so people can the everyday, the everyday guy can kind of get their hands on some pieces.
Right.
I'm a fan of Yeezy, but the price points are kind of they're outrageous.
They're outrageous, yeah.
So you can't really do it. So I like the fact that people are gonna have a little more access. So I think that's good.
Yeah,
we're gonna kind of delve in this too about when we get to our false narrative about access and like price points and name brands in general. So we're gonna get to that. So I think the Yeezy deal is big. One thing I like about Ye, he's always been like the one to see even in his music, but in the fashion specifically, you just see this progression. You see, where he started.
Yeah.
You see, him signing with The Rock that early. He always had this very nostalgic feel when it came to rap, even his sound, but even the look, like it was very reminiscent of like Tribe Called Quest, Native Tongues, De La Soul, like from a look perspective, very very backpack, very very underground look. He had this underground look with his mainstream sound, like organically though, like it wasn't forced.
Yeah.
But he was surrounded by a lot of traditional rap guys. So you saw his state property like Beanie Siegel. You saw the Jay-Z's, the Memphis Bleaks, who dressed like very stylish dudes, but very very regional as far as their dress goes. But to see Kanye just come out there, not afraid to wear pink polos and the backpacks, just being comfortable in his skin and doing that, and that's real dope.
I got 2 questions.
Yeah.
Well, LeBron, did we forget LeBron, or is the LeBron did we forget?
I like LeBron. The only thing I say about LeBron, like LeBron, to me, he's fashionable, but sometimes it looks like somebody styles him.
It does. I agree.
It looks like somebody styles him. Like he looks nice, but it looks like somebody picked this out for you, bro.
It does.
You didn't pick it out for yourself.
Will Nike? Right? Will Nike? Will we ever see the Red October? Will Red Octobers ever see the light of day ever again? Or not? It's scratching.
I don't. Maybe not the red. Maybe not the Red October. I don't know. With Nike, I never say never. Never say never, because like it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
I'm not gonna say it's a wrap. The only reason I say it because Nike knows Nike would sit on something. Like, because if you would ask me, would the Air Mag ever see release? I would have said no, we're not. But we've seen it twice. Like the Air Mag has literally came out twice. It came out as a auction, the first joint, and then they redid it with the self lacing one that laces itself like it's supposed to. So it literally came out twice. So I never say never.
Never say never. I don't know, man.
Listen, I won't be surprised if Nike puts out the Batman Jordan 6 one day, just cause. Remember in the movie Michael Keaton wore like the Batman boots with Jordan 6.
Yeah.
So I never say never. Look,
never say never.
We might see a Red October random release on sneaker app. You know, they're gonna sell out in 15
Oh, they're gonna sell out like in no time.
We're gonna see it on StockX for 30,000. But
now I hate going to the mall now because you got to stand in line just to, see what's in the store now. See what sneakers. So it's like, yeah, you can wait, but you might as well just go online and
go online. Listen, go online, get your copy joints. Copy joints.
I hate that now. Like, you gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? So, well, anyhow,
it is what it is. Well, since we're there, let's go ahead straight to the next topic. So, the next topic is actually kicks and sneaker culture. So, like Matt's talking about waiting online. I would say this myself. I've never waited in line for sneakers. Never. And y'all, listen. People that know me know my shoe collection is extensive.
It's very extensive.
I've never
That's
stood online.
Crazy.
The closest thing I have to standing online for a pair of sneakers is hopping on eBay. I was copping the Jordan 7, the Raptors, which I don't know why they call them the Raptors. The shoe itself is older than the Raptors, but that's neither here nor there. Copping the Raptors on eBay. I purchased them, put them in the box, like I got them in the shopping cart, and I hit purchase, and it gave me like my wait time was like 3 hours for some reason. That's the closest thing I had to stand online. I had to wait 3 hours to purchase my Jordan 7, my Jordan 7. That's the closest thing I had to wait online. I had to wait to purchase a shoe online.
Yeah.
That's the closest thing I had. Never
and
went
that's and no, that's why I stopped, because at one time I was selling, the clothes and the J's and different sneaks. It was because of that. I used to wait in line. I had to wait in line all night just to get those Jordans to try to flip them, and you know what I'm saying. It became a hassle. You trying to get them all, and they're not moving as fast as you want them to. And it's like, yo, I done went through all this work to get these, and nobody wants them.
And you know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy, Matt? I think the game changing now too. Like the game changed to like people waiting in line. I think when Nike started re-releasing stuff, like shortly after, when they would drop stuff and then they'd be like, "Oh, we're putting it back out," like a couple months.
Right.
The re-release changed the game. The re-release and the number of shoes available to the public has changed the resale game. So the resale value has gone down.
The resale game.
I would say this. Speaking on like waiting in line, I've never waited in line, but I would also say this. I have some amazing, miraculous pickup stories. Some of the shoes in my collection. Like I caught my Bred Jordan 4s. I remember they came out, not the last pair, the pair that came out before that. So this is probably 2011, maybe 11, 12, somewhere around there. But I remember they came out. They came out. But listen, this crazy part. They came out on Black Friday. So they released on Black Friday. And you know how those holiday releases are. So Black Friday, Bred 4 drops Black Friday, right? I didn't listen. Cause I know the response is gonna be crazy. This is when like sneaker culture at its height. I hopped online, failed online, didn't get them, couldn't get them online. But me, I always been a person. If I can't get online, I was like, oh well, it wasn't meant for me, right? Yeah. Went to the mall because I wasn't going to the mall on Black Friday. Went to the mall that Saturday, next day. So in the mall, remember Jose was there. I was in the mall, me and Jose, walking around the mall, shoe shopping. I go into Foot Action. What was it? I can't remember. I don't know what it was. Something in my head. Something said Dwayne asked to see what they got in the back. I'm like, yo, y'all got them fours in the left and the back. Just being funny, right? Just I'm a comic, just being funny. But dude at the desk was like, hold up. No, matter of fact, no, that's not how. No, that's not happening. That's another story. No, this is what happened. I was in there, right? And I had on, what was I wearing? I was wearing I can't remember, some Jordan I was wearing, right? And dude, like, dude worked there, was looking at me, right? Looking at my foot. He was like, yo, you about a size 10, right? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm a 10. He was like, yo, and he does like this, right? He's like, yo, you want them fours?
Yo.
I was like, bro, I said, you ain't got no fours back there. He was like, yeah, I got 10.
Yo, why do
10
those
back
moments seem like a blessing anointing from God, though? You
there.
know
They
what I
always
mean?
are. Listen, and this has happened
Like,
numerous times. Look, he like, I got a pair of fours back there right now, the bridge.
what?
He like, I can't put them on the shelf because they won't let us. He like, somebody didn't pick them up. It's like one pair back there in the back. I was like, listen, I like bring them out. I like bring them out. I said, I want to right. Well, listen.
Meanwhile, I'm in the line cold,
Got the Jordan 4s. Walked in the store.
trying to get
Dude
some
asked
taxi
me about
12s.
if I got I got the taxi. Matter of fact, I got taxi 12s online.
Oh my God.
I got them online, just the regular. I bought
What?
my my bread 11s. I bought online. I tried to buy them online. I didn't get them the first time because they're always a holiday release. So I missed the holiday release.
Yeah.
They re-released. Went online because I was at work. It was a Saturday. I was at work. I had Saturday school. I had to work Saturday school. So I physically couldn't go to the mall. I don't wait in line, but I was gonna go wait in line for those that day. Couldn't go get them because I was at work. Couldn't do that. Hopped online, couldn't get them. I was going to Columbia I was working in Timminsville at the time. I was going to Columbia that day. So I'm about to leave to go to Columbia. Before I left, I said, what? Go, Dwayne, go swing by the mall just to see. Go by the mall, go in foot action, walk in. I asked, sometimes there'll be stuff in the back that nobody picked up. I'm like, yo, y'all got any 11s? Y'all got any 11s back there that nobody picked up? They're like, no, we ain't got nothing, right? So was expecting that. Walked out, as I'm walking out of foot action, walking out the mall. The girl that works in foot action comes out of foot action. She was like, hey. So I turn around. She said, what size you need? I was like a 10. Look, I was like a 10.
Yo.
Look, she does this, Matt. She does this. She's like, then comes back like, bro,
Yo,
listen,
no, come on, bro.
Bread 11, same way.
Yo, no. Hold on, no, Wayne. You can't do that, Matt, bro.
Crazy story, Matt. I got my Bordeaux 7s, walked into foot action one day randomly on the shelf.
Yo, people gonna hate you after this, bro. People gonna hate you. Like, I'm hating you right now, bro. Like,
listen, this is before. And look, but you gotta think, I'm from a very small town. This is before sneaker culture like popped off like crazy. Cause I'm from Darlington.
You were ahead of its. You were ahead of its time.
Yeah, so in Darlington, Florence, you could walk into the mall. And buy Jordans off the shelf. I bought Jordan 9. I bought my Jordan Jordan 9s on clearance out of the mall.
Man.
I bought Jordan 9s. I bought my military 4s off the shelf. I bought my my metallic 5s off the shelf.
Yeah.
Listen, Max, I literally left work. One day. Shoes released on a Saturday. I was at work. I was working at Sam's. Left on my lunch break. Drove over to the mall. Walked into the mall. Picked the 5s up. Purchased them and went back to work. No lines, no waiting. Like buying my
my sneaker story is a war story. I got robbed from my powder blues and my taxi 12s off Craigslist, man. Come on, man.
Oh God.
Come on, come on, really, I got robbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get them, yeah, we got some over here. They got
take them.
Meanwhile, I'm getting robbed.
Crazy.
I'm standing in the line, cold, and they only. Anyway.
Crazy sneaker stories. The sneaker culture is definitely huge, very big. I do say I do kind of hate. I missed the experience of waiting in line. I wish I could have waited in line at least once.
No, you don't. No,
But no,
no.
this. But let me say
No.
this. Maybe not in a traditional line. I wish I wanted the experience of waiting in line at like I don't know, like a like
Supreme,
standing outside of like Supreme waiting on
a
like
Supreme Bape
a Supreme Nike to
mashup
be.
collab
It's just just for the experience. I want to get in line. I want
on
to
the
get my little.
easy.
I want to get a tent. I want to get a tent, and camp out. Maybe,
A
maybe.
Yeezy match with Bape and Supreme.
Right,
Problem
right.
child.
And I can
Some
and,
hype
I'm,
beast.
and
You fuck.
I can sell
You
those.
hype beast. You.
Look, I can sell those StockX for 200,000
He's a hype. Look at your background, bro. Like
by my
your
first rental
background
property.
is hype beast influence.
This is stuff I really love. Listen, no, I'm not a hype beast. This is stuff I listen. I've never been a
Yeah,
hype beast
definitely.
because I buy stuff I actually love. Look, I look. Listen, the Mighty Ducks was like one of my favorite movies growing up, so I had to cop the Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks joint. Notorious B.I.G. like is my guy, one of the lyrical heavyweights. Love this joint. And then this guy's been in the news lately, so we're gonna get to him a little bit later. Not this episode. My guy Will Smith, the Bel Air Academy, the Bel Air Academy,
Oh
got it up
man.
there.
Oh
So,
man.
so I'm not a hype beast. I only rock things I
Definitely,
love.
Wayne. You're
Look,
very.
listen.
You're a
Everything.
hype beast
Listen,
OG.
look,
Okay,
look.
we gonna give you that.
My guy Andre Agassi, I brought up earlier.
Look at this guy.
Got my joints.
Oh my gosh.
Got my joints from the Agassiz. So I'm not a hype beast. Listen. Oh,
You just what you
listen,
mean you're not a you just so you, what do you
listen.
mean?
New York been on my head for like the last 3 episodes. I had to get New York off my head. Since it's a fashion episode, I had to go out. I apologize, New York. I'm rocking with you. I'm rocking with you. And I got my wheat Timbs
Wayne,
in solidarity with New York. I'm on your side.
Wayne,
I'm here with you.
we gotta get you. Come on, no.
Not a hype beast, man.
You're very hype beast.
Listen, everything I bring up, I actually love. I talked about my love for rock, my tour and rock cheese, my love for Kanye.
Yeah.
Listen, and
films
it's
got integrity.
something you brought up, a show that you love.
What's that?
My Yeezus,
you know, I sold mine.
My Yeezus tour.
Yo, you went to the.
Nah, I had to cop it.
Where you get?
I had to end up copying it online. Like somebody sold it to me.
Man, I sold mine, bro.
I might have yours. Look, this might be yours.
Nah. I sold it. I sold it on OfferUp.
Listen, who you sold it to? I might have bought it off them. I'm literally holding your.
Some kid.
I got your Yeezus tour tee right now.
Oh man, that's so. Going back to the other episode. Oh man, that was that was like the best show I ever went to. But go ahead.
All right, so we're gonna keep it moving forward. So we're gonna transition from really talking about streetwear and talking about how the lines are blurring between streetwear and high fashion, and how just the idea. We brought some labels, Supreme. Another guy, Jeff Staple, like the Pigeon Dunks. We seen some very high profile releases. Max brought hype beast. Supreme. We seen the high demand for some of these items that we're talking about. Definitely Fear God. Shout out Jerry Lorenzo. So we've definitely seen like this high praise and this high acclaim for brands and very brand specific stuff. And I've been victim to it too. Like I said early on, I was very brand heavy. And I'm still a Nike guy, but as I gotten older, I've kind of ventured out some other brands. I'm big on Vans. I love Converse. So not even super expensive stuff, but like just stuff that just like I would now say with Converse, like it's just a timeless shoe, but
right.
like very 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 affordable. So we're gonna move into this week's false narrative, and for those who aren't familiar with our show, every week we have a false narrative where we dispel something that's generally accepted as true, either in our community or somewhere else in general. So this week's false narrative, the false narrative we're going to tackle is Uh, it has to be something has to be either name brand or designer or expensive to be fashionable
Totally
or
false.
trendy. Totally
Totally
false.
false. Trends
Definitely
with
a false narrative. False
trends,
narrative.
like that's the thing. Like with trends, like I hate when something's hot, like something's just very trend, like an Ed Hardy, like you know what I'm saying, like Christian artists,
It definitely Ed Hardy. But you know what's great about Ed Hardy?
those
Like
types of trends when they
looking back at it, it was super. Yeah, it was super trendy, and I think it got oversaturated. Is what it
Von
was.
Dutch, you know what I mean,
Von
like
Dutch, Von Dutch.
I've been seeing people with like a Von Dutch hat here and there,
Yeah,
you
the
know,
Von
so
Dutch is trying to make not I don't know a slow comeback, but I think people are pulling, and I think it's kind of like in reference to like my style, like people are pulling pieces, like
yeah,
because some of the Von Dutch trucker hats, well, some of those were dope.
some of those were dope.
Some of those were dope, but I think
Some of those were dope.
it just got oversaturated.
Yeah,
Like to the point where
some of those
everybody
were
was
dope.
wearing it.
Yeah, some of
And
those were dope.
trucker caps in general just got oversaturated.
Yeah, you know, like True Religion, like,
True religion,
like
yeah,
True Religion.
true
You know what I
religion.
mean?
Uh, and you see a lot. Even I would say I even say this, even some of my favorite brands. It hurts because I saw some of my favorite brands like even growing up
Man,
and even in adulthood get so oversaturated to the point where I didn't want to rock it no more.
I hate that. Yeah,
A big one, Echo. Like Echo, and I used to love Echo. Like growing
you
up,
still like
I love Echo. Echo was one of my favorite brands,
I
and it
wasn't
got
big on
so
Echo like that.
but listen, it got so oversaturated. It was to the point where like, yo, everybody's wearing it, like
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Another big one. Listen, people would play you if you wearing that, but Fubu was like the hottest label, like
Fubu was
especially
hot,
especially in high school. Like
but
the platinum Fubu. Listen, people were wearing Fubu from head again and again goes
when,
back to the brands. People wanting to be in what was hot, like what was hot and
yo,
what was trendy and what was expensive.
yo, I remember like in Philly, like Fubu was like if you wore some Fubu, like you were going to get laughed at. I
Listen,
mean, like
but
this was
listen,
when
you
like
know the regional.
Fubu was hot. Like
Listen,
when
I
Fubu
guess
was
those are
hot,
regional
you was
differences
getting
though.
laughed at in Philly. Like nobody, yo, and Fubu was coming out. You couldn't be like, yo, you being like, yo, that Fubu is still taking. Like, yo, it's hot,
But
but
listen,
you
I'm gonna
can't
tell
be
you. Listen,
outside wearing it.
I'm gonna
It'd
tell
be
you now,
dumb.
Max.
It was
I'm gonna
dumb.
tell you now, Max. In listen, in the South, Fubu was king.
No, in different places, but in
Fubu
Philly,
was
it was
king.
no. And you be like, hey, that Fubu, if you rock it with this, with that, you can, but you go outside and have it, it's over with.
They gonna
You,
give you hell.
you gonna give you hell.
I remember my classmate, he had the remember the Fubu, remember the team jerseys?
Yeah.
Listen, had every
Yo,
city.
remember the Fat
Chicago,
Albert line?
New
Remember the
York.
Fat
Oh,
Albert?
platinum Fubu? Yeah. The platinum
The
Fubu
Fat
one.
Albert line, yeah.
Listen, remember jean suits? The denim
What?
jean suits? Listen, number one, if you had they don't have the shiny denim jeans.
You know, we had the shiny, but it was Guess though. But it couldn't
Yeah,
had
yeah,
to be
Guess.
Guess.
Yeah, Guess they had listen, like in the South, if you had a shiny Fubu jean two piece,
Mm-hmm.
listen, this thing about it, you had the regular jean two piece, and then the summertime you had the short and the vest set.
Yo, but you know what's interesting because I think during that time, I think don't quote me if I'm right or wrong, if I'm wrong, but if I'm right or wrong, but like we started to move into, that's what I guess with like Rockaware, like Rockaware was hot.
Rockaware,
That's when
got
State
the state
Property,
property spinoff. Yep,
you know what I mean? Remember 50 had the, you know what I mean, the G Unit and all that. That's when like
The
the
G
hip hop,
Unit. Yep,
the rappers had the lines and
you had Fat
you know,
Farm,
and you see Fat Farm, like people was rocking, some
Fat
was rocking
Farm,
Fat Farm, you know what I'm
Baby
saying?
Fat.
But Fubu, yeah, Fubu is
Fubu,
just,
I don't know if in the South, Fubu it was a wave.
yeah,
I don't
like
know what it
Fubu
was.
was just had a hard time making its way in Philly at that time.
That that's for you. But I think that's a big part of what we're talking about too. That false narrative, like you had to have the brand,
Yeah,
it had to be name brand, it had to be
that's the,
expensive.
yeah. That's the thing. Like,
we kind of spoke on Kanye like that, the access piece, like the just the fact that it was expensive. Like everybody didn't necessarily have it. It was just like the demand for it was that much more. And then I think the negative part about it, like if you didn't have it, you weren't deemed that you couldn't be included in somebody who's fashionable or who knew how to dress if you didn't have those brands.
It's definitely a false narrative because all those brands that we just named, they may have not been trendy or in a certain section or a certain city you're in, they may not like that, but a lot of them still had some good, some nice stuff that you probably didn't, have a, what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go a step further. I remember growing up, like people would get clowned for like shopping in Walmart, like buying stuff I want. But listen. And Walmart has changed now. You could definitely get some stuff in Walmart, but like now, like currently, like where I am now, like I'm a fan of simplistic. Like I would literally go days, and all I would wear is black pants, solid black tees, and a pair of sneakers. No name brand, like literally PacSun pants.
Right.
To a solid black tee from wherever, like no brand.
Before it became American Apparel was not around anymore. Before H&M was hot, like I was downtown Atlanta, like people was laughing, like, what do you have on? Like this was before like H&M, everybody started shopping at H&M. Like before it popped off, and people was looking at me like I'm crazy, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy how how that is, but.
False narrative. But listen, think about some of the freshest guys I know, like, and really for me, like a lot of times some of my freshest fits are stuff I just threw together just off a whim. I remember, listen, I was in Atlanta. Last time I was in Atlanta, I copped this beanie. I was in a gas station. I saw this orange beanie. I'm like, dude, I'm about to cop this. I'm about to cop this beanie. Like like the $3 beanie, and that's in the gas station. And like it's a piece of, it's a heavy in rotation in my wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
Like I rock it on the regular, like so it's not so even when I'm getting dressed, when I get fresh, a lot of times it's not the most 9 times out of 10 the most expensive thing I'm gonna have on at any point in time is probably the kicks on my feet.
Yeah.
And then sometimes those wouldn't be expensive. Like the shoes I got on now, like I had these shoes 12 years. I bought them for $50. Like like remember Rugged Warehouse?
Yeah, Rugged. Oh man, Rugged Warehouse.
Cop these joints for $50. Listen, in Rugged Warehouse 12 years ago, bro.
And that's the thing. Like, if you go to, bro, if you like, because I used to go thrifting. Like, you go to the Rugged Warehouses, the the different,
and,
like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like
the Goodwills and get busy like for like $3-4 get $5-10 get busy, bro.
And I think another part into that false narrative about spending like a lot of money on your wardrobe and I think a lot of people like don't discredit the fact of how long you keep something in your wardrobe too. Like I got some of these like.
Bro, this flannel I got on.
This fitted right here since 2008.
Bro, I got this fitted. I showed this fitted in my flannel I got on. I had it for like the longest years. Like 4
pieces.
4 or 5. Yeah, I had this for forever, bro. Like,
listen, I know I have an army jacket right now that is at least. Because it's a hand-me-down. Like it's at least the jacket's at least 25 years old.
But you know what too? Because
I wear it regularly.
But you go out and people still compliment the clothes.
Like, on the simplest stuff.
Like that's nice. Like I had this for like since like I was like 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I had this forever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. But people feel like the false narrative. People feel like I gotta have the most trendiest. The Balenciagas, I gotta have the.
I think that's where it's going to now. Like now it's becoming.
It has
to be designer. So I think the piggyback on the false narrative too. I think another thing we see that is also false. Is if it's designer, it's fresh.
Oh,
also a false narrative. A false narrative.
No, that's terrible. Because a lot of
I've seen some trash designer stuff. Trash.
What?
Seen some
Are you
designer
serious? Just
sneakers,
because it's
trash,
expensive, it's no, like
poorly designed,
it's
like
dumpster juice. Like it's
terrible looking. I'm like, yo,
yeah,
this is
like
I'm like, yo, this
just because it's Gucci or Dior is attached
Prada,
to it, that
Dior,
Prada,
Givenchy,
yeah,
or
it's there.
if I can't pronounce it, I can't pronounce the name of it. It's dope. No, it's not dope. It's no, it's not dope. It's expensive. That's what it is.
Please, false narratives.
But
Good.
I'm also a believer in this too. I'm also a believer. And I've gotten this way as I got older. If you like it, I love it. You know, if you what you rocking makes you feel good, you feel comfortable in it, you feel like you fresh,
Yeah.
you step out happy. All right, you killing it.
Right.
I ain't gonna wear it, but
Yeah.
you killing it though. I think for me at least that's what it's about. Because really for me, like sometimes I'll put some stuff on. And I remember growing up, like especially down south, the biggest thing was like matching. You had to match. Your stuff had to match.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you had to match. You had to match. You definitely had to match. So you'll see red shoes, red hat, red shirt, like all that.
Yeah.
Like the older I got, like I don't mind like just throwing stuff together that don't quote unquote go
Yeah.
together.
That's where I'm at right now. Like
Like
you know.
I love throwing an outfit together, like mixing prints, just doing stuff. We're like, yo,
Yeah.
this don't go. Or just wearing like wearing all black and just like wearing like something like a splash of color like just randomly like why are
Yeah.
you wearing that like I don't know
Yeah.
just good.
And you know what? As as we get older, it's like maintaining your fresh. And I think people feel like some, not all, feel like as you get older, like you're fresh. And we see some dope, what I mean, old heads is up in age in their
Oh yeah,
40s that still get
it's
get
still
fresh. So
still
that's
getting
that's
busy.
that's another false narrative.
Yeah, when you get old you can't be fresh anymore. I've known plenty of
You
old cats.
crazy and look
And listen,
grown.
and the reason I say it is, Matt, because I'm becoming that old cat.
Right,
I'm
right,
becoming
exactly.
that old cat, and again, I work in high school, so I something, and I would normally, but normally if I'm like on a day like on a Friday or something like that,
Yeah,
I'll walk into the school like this, and the
yeah.
kids be like, yo, Miss Nels get fresh, yo, Miss Nels big,
Baby on, right.
and
You
and,
putting
and,
them
that,
there, yeah.
and that says a lot for a 34-year-old man
Hmm.
for his outfit to be complimented by a 14-year-old, a
Yeah.
15-year-old, a 16-year-old. Like there's a level of respect there.
That's dope. That's dope. And yeah, they're like, oh snap, he got this. Those are kicks I like. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right,
dope.
right. And it's a way, for me. It's a way to connect with my kids too. Like
Oh yeah.
they see me wearing a fresh pair of kicks, something they like, or even something they may have. I may compliment them on their shoes. Like yo, your shoes. And then that's
Yeah.
one thing I do too. Like I see a kid wearing an outfit that may not be quote unquote traditionally accepted or traditionally cool.
Hmm.
And sometimes I'll just see I'm like, y'all like your I like your specs. Or be like, yo, I like your kicks.
Right.
I'll be like, I like your outfit.
Hmm.
And they'll kind of perk up. They'll be like, oh, thank you. Like, no, like,
Yeah,
and
that
it gives
goes a
them a
long
boost.
way. Yeah,
It
no,
gives them a
that
boost.
positive energy goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? And
It teach you to take the ownership of your fashion. Like, 'cause like again, like if you feel you killing it, you feel you fresh. Like
yeah,
you are.
what's the saying? You look good, you do good, or something like that.
You look good, feel good.
You look good, feel good. So yeah, definitely,
So yeah,
man.
we just dispelling false narratives left and right on the last hip
Hmm.
hop podcast. So that's a big one that we discuss a lot. That's a big one we think. All right,
Yeah,
so let's move in. We're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up with our closing segment. My top five. We're gonna do it last this go around. So being that we mentioned a lot of style influences, a lot of cats out here getting busy, a lot of people getting fresh. It's only right that my top five this week is my top five style influences.
and I'm put. Yeah, I think I, I'm gonna piggyback off yours because I think we kind of got a similar top five. So
So,
yeah,
yeah, me and Max got similar top fives on this, so we're gonna kind of share and trade. So it was kind of tough making my top five, so I compiled my list. So I kind of made my list based off uh kind of what we talked about earlier, guys like who have you kind of see the progression, the growth. Guys who look comfortable in what they wear, guys who had the confidence, to see like what, like they who would take ownership over the attire versus the attire making them. So that's kind of where I went through from my perspective, making my top 5. And I've actually ranked my top 5 as well. So Max, jump in if I mention somebody you want to mention, or if anybody you want to bring up in your top in your discussion as well. But I'm gonna start with it was hard to narrow my list. I got an honorable mention. Honorable mention is
I always got honorable mention.
I always got honorable mention because there's always a guy who's gonna come up. The guy I mentioned earlier, doing amazing collabs with Nike. Travis Scott, honorable mention. A guy I see style closely resembles mine when I look at what he wears. Killing the game, doing some great work with Nike. So I see a lot from him. See a lot of growth. But definitely somebody didn't quite make my top 5, but honorable mention. Number 5 for me. This is a guy. Actually seen him in concert. Very very fresh guy, very dope. Max kind of talked about thrifting. When I got to know this guy, like there's a lot of thrifting.
You gonna say Macklemore?
Not Macklemore, no, not thrift shop, but other guy.
No, you gonna say Macklemore?
No, not Macklemore. But Macklemore does get fresh.
Macklemore does get fresh. He do though.
He gets busy.
Yeah, he do. He does. That's the crazy part.
But my number 5, Jadena, the classic man himself, custom suits, bespoke, always well put together, suits well fit, and it's very much a cultural influence there. You see the African culture, like his parents are from Africa, so you see those callbacks to his homeland, but it's definitely something like, again, I have a blue collar job, so I dress up a lot, so I take a lot of style influences from the brother Jadena. That's number 5. Moving to number 4, Just Gentleman is a guy I take a lot of cues from style wise. Frank Ocean, very dope guy. Dress. I take a lot of cues from my style from him. Very simple, very understated, very chill, relaxed. Curtis asked me where I get the headband from. He's probably the guy. He's probably the guy I could.
You got it from Frank.
And they say Frank slightly inspired me to rock a headband. The attempt it, and it's kind of something I stuck with. So Frank is number 4. Number 3, a guy I'm a big fan of musically and fashion wise. One of the greatest producers of all time, in my opinion. Pharrell Williams, Skateboard Pete.
Skateboard. Woo.
And the thing I like about Skateboard Pete, the thing I like about Pharrell, his attire is very simple and complex at the same time. Like you'll see him wearing with very simple stuff. You'll see him throw something just odd out there randomly.
Ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream.
BBC.
Help popularize the bait in the United States. Crazy, amazing bait. Nego collabs. Plenty. Listen,
you know what I just thought about, Wayne? You know what I just thought about? I just thought about play clothes with the clips.
Play clothes and clips.
Yo, we got a name. Yo, we should do. We come up with the streetwear.
Streetwear brands. We got to throw in this show one day. Top 5 streetwear brands. But yeah, that's a big. Pharrell's a big one. Big style influence, even from the early, like look at the early days. Very, very, very punk rock influence.
Oh yeah.
Like you'll see Pharrell with a cutout with the tearaway shirts, with the leather pants, help popularize the trucker hat.
Yo,
like
how you do rock. That?
Like he's done it all. Like listen, remember Pharrell's wearing the snow boots like everywhere?
Yeah.
But Pharrell's a big one.
Oh my goodness.
Pharrell's a big one. That's number 3.
Crazy.
Number 2, my guy representing from the South, being a southern guy, I often look for people from the region that get extremely busy. So this guy is next to number one on my list. Andre 3000.
Oh wow.
Cultural. Listen, like fashion, like in my opinion, fashion icon. Always taking risks. Very reminiscent of I always like a Parliament Funkadelic, like a Bootsy Collins, somewhere along the lines as far as the style goes. Definitely evolutionary, like not afraid to take risks.
What you think about his clothing line, Benjamin Bixby?
Oh, Benjamin Bixby. Listen, I used to like Benjamin Bixby. Like I was really excited.
I thought it was dope too.
I hate that it never got off the ground like that.
Shit, man, it had some dope stuff.
I was excited for the Benjamin Bixby. And another line. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get to this next. Another line I was excited about. I'm gonna mention next my number one.
Okay.
But Andre definitely a big guy. Like you saw him early on. You saw him very regional style. You saw that the style quickly changed, but it was always fresh, always super dope, and it's always genuinely him. So like you will see the man rocking like frill purple pants and like a platinum wig, and it'd be like, yo, this like why does this work?
Right.
And like football shoulder pads. You're like, yo, what is this doing?
Exactly. And going anywhere and killing it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like going anywhere and killing it.
And the thing I would say about Dre that I like now, like you see him in his older age, you see him wearing more quote unquote normal attire.
Yeah.
But it's
a jumper. A Dickie jumper.
But it's still it's very uniquely him. Like he takes simple pieces and make them
crazy.
Like ownership. Like even when the reunion tour, the Outkast tour, when he was wearing the all black jumpsuits.
Yeah.
With the messages across the front.
Yeah.
Like he wore the same thing every show, which is a new message every week. Like every show. We're like, yo, that was dope in itself.
That was dope.
And then he went on this binge where, that's probably why I bought my orange skull cap. Like he was wearing his orange skull cap and overalls every
day. Yeah.
So like he's always been uniquely stylish in his own way.
Across.
All right, go ahead. Oh, what are you about to say, man? Go ahead.
No, I was going because I remember across the world blacks.
Across cultures, black people.
Across cultures, black suffer most.
That was like the dopest. That was like the dopest one there.
Yeah.
All right, and leading into my number one, Kanye West. He's a guy I've always had and I have a love-hate relationship with Kanye West. Like but I would say like, I've always had an attachment with him as an artist. And his style from jump, like he always like had, always very uniquely him, always very, very comfortable. We saw him from early on, very backpack style, but you also see this clear evolution style wise. You see where he came in with the backpack. You see him transition to a more a darker look, like dark colors. But still, still very hip hop, long sports jackets. Then you see him transition. And the clothing line I want to mention that I never saw get off the ground. I was very excited for Pastel. Remember Pastel's Kanye's line? Listen, I was so excited for this line. So you see the pastel era, the bright colors, the vintage varsity jackets.
Yeah.
You see him going to this the 808.
You talking about the Confederate flag and all that?
No, not that. That was later.
Not done?
That was later.
Okay.
But the pastel, it was a lot of like.
It was more. That was like around college dropout.
That was around graduation, somewhere around there.
Graduation.
And then you see after that, you see him going to like the 808 stage where he was wearing the almost like the gray suit.
Mm-hmm.
And really had a little point, the little rat tail in the back. Listen, Kanye West made a Pee Wee Herman suit look fashionable. I was like, yo, how's he doing? Like, yo, how's this kid? Like, how's he doing it? Then
dope.
It moved into the Yeezus and the Watch the Throne era where he was wearing like the all black, the leather.
Yeah.
Rock kilt.
Remember the Yeezus tour? He was rocking the Mason Margiela.
Then the Yeezus tour, the Mason and Margiela, the mask, the face mask.
Oh my goodness! So dope.
You look at my beautiful dark twisted fantasy where he was wearing like the all red suit. with the super big like the Pharaoh chain.
Mm-hmm.
Like crazy stuff, man. Like he's always
The
been
Yeezy seasons. This is
Yeezy season. Then you think about the Nikes, like the Nike Yeezys,
this dude was
the Yeezy 1, the
genius.
Yeezy 2. You
Genius.
see him move the Adidas with the Adidas Yeezys. What are you doing over there?
Mm-hmm.
You look at the shoes he's designed for like other brands. For the what's my joint? The Hudson, the Don, and the what's the other one he did for Louis Vuitton? He did 3 of them. The
Yeah.
Jasper,
Yeah.
the Hudson, and the Don C.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, like he's had his hand in so many like
So many
iconic,
things. So many creative. Yeah.
the tour merch, the Yeezus tour merch, the Life of Pablo tour merch.
Oh man.
Yeezy
Yo,
season 1, 2.
that's the Life of Pablo when he had the Kobe
Oh yes, the coat. Yeah, listen, that
his
joint.
last game.
Listen, I have
Yeah,
it. I have a Life of Pablo, the long sleeve shirt somewhere.
you do.
Where is that joint? Yeah. I might have it. Hold on, I might have it. I might have it. I might
You
have it.
do. Then you rock it. When you rock that joint, I forget.
Oh yes, I do. I do got it.
Let me see.
The ultralight beam joint.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's dope.
But
That's dope.
this joint was stupid. I feel like Pablo joint. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Love this
dope.
joint. Love this joint. Yeah.
Nah, that's dope. Yeah. Man, that's crazy. Yo, and let me yo, I remember during that time when it was like the blogs was hot and people would rave like, yo, I wish Kanye had his blog. Like until this
Oh
day.
yes, listen, I used to love that. I used to love that blog, man.
To this day,
Kanye
bro.
University. I remember that joint.
Kanye University.
That joint is crazy.
Like the blogs were heavy. Like when the blogs was like, whew, just like this has been a long episode too.
It's been a long episode, but like it's a lot of
It's very, very, very key points. Very key.
Very,
a lot of key.
very memorable.
A lot of jewels.
Oh yeah, some gems.
Some gems. A lot of fashion gems. A lot of stories.
But yeah, I think that's our top 5. So Travis Scott, honorable mention. Jadena at 5. Frank Ocean at 4.
That's a sleeper right there.
Pharrell Williams at 3. Andre 3000 at 2. And our boy Yeezus, Kanye West at
Who you had was number 4?
4. I had 4 at Frank Ocean.
Ah, that's a sleeper too. I think Jadena and Frank Ocean some sleepers.
And the thing about Frank is very versatile. Like you see him on the red carpet, like you see him wearing like the cleanest tux, and then you'll see him just like some chills, some jeans, like a cap. Like I always look super comfortable. Always very, very stylish.
Yeah,
amazingly stylish gentleman on this list. But this has been fun, Max. I must say.
Yeah, it's been dope, man. We definitely got to do like a part 2.
We gotta do a part 2.
Matter
of fact, you know what we're gonna do? We need to have a special. We need to do like a fashion week. Like a fashion week. Every day we come on and have a discussion about something fashion related.
Oh man, we definitely got it because it's like it's something that it hits home. Like this is something that we, do. Something we do. Whether it's selling.
It's embedded. It's ingrained in it.
It's embedded. It's lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's definitely a lifestyle. I'm a fan. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff that I don't have that I'm like, I'm a fan of everything. You know what I mean? The whole fashion. You know what I mean?
I think the thing I like about fashion most, like bits and pieces, like this stuff. I love how fashion has a tendency to come back around.
Right.
So sometimes you have a piece, like you'll have it, you'll rock it, and then you'll put it down and won't wear it, and it'll just sit there for years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, you'll be like, you'll reach back. You're like, let me pull this joint back out, and it'll come back to the rotation like years later. Like,
yeah,
I love that about fashion. I got some pieces. I literally got some pieces from my brother. R.I.P. to my older brother. really where I gain a lot of my style influence from. I take a lot of my style cues from my older brother Tion. And ironically, after he passed, we held on to a few of his pieces. Like he was real big in the Tommy Hilfiger. He always was rocking Timberlands. He wore dad hats. This was back in the 90s though, like back in like 94, 95, 96.
I think dad hats were popular back then.
Yeah,
though. Like,
but it was real big in the dad hats. So I see a lot of old people.
He sounds, but you know what? Your older brother sounds like he had like a East Coast type of influence or not? Like
he definitely did. He definitely did. So he's a real big. I contribute him for my love of Wu-Tang. He was a real big Wu-Tang. And really, I contribute my love of hip hop to my older brother. But he was definitely big into a lot of New York rap, Wu-Tang.
That's dope.
Notorious B.I.G. Another reason I'm a big fan.
That's dope.
He drove a lot of his talent. Wore a lot of black, a lot of boots. And also HBCU grad. So and his circle was looking back at his circle was very reminiscent of mine. Like it was very diverse.
That's dope. That's dope.
Guys from down south, guys from all over the place. So I see my story reflected in him a lot, and I really feel
it's funny you say that. It's funny. It sounds like similar to my oldest brother because I was a Wu fan.
Right. Wu, listen.
HBCU.
I was a
Shout out my brother Bill.
Had no business listening because of my brother. Had no
rest
business.
Rest in peace, your brothers, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. My brother Tion Nettles, the OG. But then again, I said like his spirit's living in me. Like his presence definitely is definitely felt.
That's what's up.
Shout out to my brother Tion.
Shout out to Tion.
So this has been a great episode. We're gonna wrap up. Shameless plug. Anything you want to plug, Max?
Oh man, we working, man. I'm trying to put out some music, man. Sooner than later. You just performed last July 4th.
Just had a performance July 4th. Part of the Laughs and Lyrics showcase at the Gold Den this past Saturday. Show went great. Nice turnout. And really in a really nice venue as well. Shout out to the venue. And shout out to other performers who were there. Great showcase. As always, follow our podcast on Instagram. Follow us at Laughs and HipHop Podcast on IG. Follow my brother Max on IG at Maximilian. Follow myself at Mr. Nettles on Instagram. Please support us. We're gonna try to do some different things.
You heard
live on Facebook. Oh, what did you say, Max?
Yeah, I said I don't know because I had froze, but 300 followers.
Oh, we have thanks for our supporters. We just crossed 300 followers, still growing. We're pushing for 400. Continue to share the page, share it with your friends, have them follow us.
Shout out to the support.
Again, shout out to our brother in his absence, King Jose. Follow him as well. We hope to bring you some more good content. We're gonna try some new things out. We're trying to go live on Facebook. We're gonna try to go live on YouTube. We're gonna try Instagram Live coming up. But we got a lot, guys. A lot of store, a lot coming forward. Be on the lookout for us. Tell your friends. Follow us. We're now on 9 different streaming platforms on Anchor. But continue to support us. It's been a great ride so far. We're looking forward to the conversation.
We back.
Now I'm back.
Now you back.
Where did I leave off?
Shameless plug. Perform, working. We working. 300 followers, getting up to 400. Shout out to the supporters.
In a nutshell, we working. Let's keep the conversation going. Continue to follow us. Continue to share. We're on multiple platforms now. Continue to listen to the blog online. Watch us on YouTube. You can watch the playback on
Jose.
Facebook.
Shout out Jose Rivera, man.
Shout out our brother Jose in his absence. But we got a lot of good stories, a lot of good stuff coming for you guys. Share stuff you guys want to hear from us. Let us know. We want.
Yeah.
Things we want to talk about.
Little topics. Let us know topics, whatever, man. I appreciate. Listen, man. Let's get it, man. We working. Appreciate the support.
So holla at me, Miss Nettles, my brother Maximilian.
Yes, sir.
We are the Last on Hip Hop Podcast.
I don't know.
Look forward to telling you, sharing more with you guys soon. Holla at us. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, seriously. Yo, that was dope. That was a dope episode right there.